What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another part of this infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. We are in Act 4. It's called Dreams. We're getting slowly closer to the end. Apparently, Dr. Dekker gave this woman money. Mariana some money for what, though? What's the loan agreement? 15,000 pounds. How much is 15,000 pounds in US dollars? The arrangement fee is £1 with 0% interest. Term is 36 months. How is she going to pay 15,000 in 36? By signing this agreement, the borrower agrees to accept the sum of the loan amount and repay the loan amount in full within the term stated. The sum of the loan will be transferred by the lender to an account designated by the borrower within 14 days of signing the agreement. Lender's signature. How do I move this? Like, I can't see the whole thing. I do see that Mariana signed it, so it was like a typed up. Look like someone typed this up themselves, though. Look, what is she wearing? I'm gonna get fired. Oh man, let's ask her how she doing.
I feel thirsty, doctor.
Oh, I'm thirsty too for.
And hot.
Uh-oh.
Do you have any water?
Oh, I gave her some water. Look, she's drinking water. Why do you feel thirsty and hot?
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
It's like you're having what? Withdrawal? How are you getting worse?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
And what were the results? What are the blood tests for?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach.
Maybe she's missing that.
See, doctor. It's calling me.
She's probably missing that vitamin D. She talks a lot about the beach.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed.
Oh, she's really gone off the deep end.
But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh.
Oh.
Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life.
That's a weird dream.
These are the ones touching me. Gripping my feet.
They won't let her go?
I scream. That's when I wake up.
So,
Do you have that dream, doctor?
hell no. So she sees something ahead of her and then she's trying to go to it, but the ocean floor is full of bodies pulling at her, preventing her. Maybe those are all the people she's sleeping with. What is temazepam? Wasn't that to relax her?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
Because that's what you were taking. That's what Dr. Dekker prescribed to her for anxiety, right? If I recall. Wait, it was found in Dekker's blood?
Dr. Dekker prescribed me some temazepam once, but I never used them. I probably still have them if you want them back.
No, go ahead. You can sell them.
You reminded me the sleeping pills were called Mazepam. I'm not trying to hide anything, Doctor.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm like, I know you know about it.
I'll look for them when I get home. I may have given some away at a nightclub.
What? What is this? She was giving like Molly out? No. Why give the pills away at a nightclub?
You can get a buzz, if you know what you're doing.
Okay, I hope you're not like overdosing people.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
She's like a homing beam to the sea. No, I don't have that dream.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Just like you, baby. What's the glowing beam? Where are you getting up?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
It's got to mean something, right? I mean, because she says it's a recurring dream. It keeps happening to her.
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
Right.
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
I remember. Where is home?
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
What? No, I didn't.
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Maybe Jaya did something to us because I thought I was having a dream. What is going on?
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
Oh, but since Dekker gave her money, right, and then he died, that means that she doesn't have to pay him back. So maybe she killed him to not pay him that £15,000. And what she need?
Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
With a little bit of bonus? Sorry.
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Or maybe some melatonin. That's supposed to ease you out. Was Dekker an alcoholic?
Dr. Dekker kept a bottle of whiskey, or maybe gin. I'm not sure. It was in his desk at all times, and when things got a little intense, he'd pour himself a glass. It's obviously an effect I have on people.
Okay. Let's see. Or why would?
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he...
Okay, but isn't she supposed to be paying him? I know she's told me.
I'm sure you've asked me this before. I sell necklaces
She's told me
made from things I found on the beach. Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow.
Right. Well, yeah, but
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
okay. It wasn't me. Tell me about your dream.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach.
Why did she use... Oh.
Mainly rent.
So she's broke. Let's get, wait, I thought she didn't want to talk today.
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work. I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor.
No, we
He
didn't know that.
teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Wait, so are we looking at the videos or am I asking the actual questions?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
There's another, toxology report, right? Analysis, name, Dr. Male, alcohol, ethanol, positive. Benzodiazepine, temazepam was positive. That's the drug that, yeah, maybe Mariani did kill him. Yeah, now she's suspect number one. What's in my notes say? Dr. Decalone should take a look at the contract. What happened to the people who followed Mariana? Jaya thinks I should tell the patients I stopped. Perhaps I should avoid her till later.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Can you battle with
Professor
insanity?
Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
What specific?
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
So it's like telling them the opposite of their power or something that would negate it, cancel it out, basically.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
What's that? I'm not familiar with it.
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Ah, I see. Which came first, type of thing?
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
They did all kinds of things in this office. The toxicology report mentions ethanol.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Why is she dreaming about dead bodies?
I do nothing. People follow me. I don't ask them to.
Maybe the dead bodies are the followers? Eileen, wait, does she have any more questions?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Did you? Does someone have spiked his?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Yeah, let's do that because it had temepazine, whatever it is. Yes.
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Yeah, we need that.
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent. Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
I thought you already make more money than me. And look at you. You're dusting off the couch. You do it all.
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
No, I didn't say yes.
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent. I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
I'm sure you did. He was also your professor, right?
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself.
Yeah, the way you talk about it. Jaya's thick, though. Look at her. She's got them hips.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Okay, so they didn't have a good relationship.
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
I hit that bottle. Take that drink too. Wait, I relax playing game. Yeah. I actually like listening to music.
I bet you like dance music. I don't know why.
Nah, more of a metal fan.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
You never heard of Tomb Raider?
I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst.
Yeah, I eat a lot too.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Maybe she thinks you're like big. What are you throwing at me? Uh-oh, Eileen, this crazy. I feel like she's always wearing the same getup. She seems kind of down today.
Hilda died last night.
Oh.
I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter.
I know you were there. You probably killed her.
It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say.
I'm telling you, I don't trust this happy-go-lucky girl. Jai asked how I relax. I relax with food and maybe alcohol. Also relaxes me. Maybe alcohol also relaxes me. What else? Jai said Dr. Dekker kept the bottle in his desk drawer. Could someone have spiked it? Possibly.
Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Who's Amelia? I'm gonna use my hints while I have them too. Jay asked how relaxed. I should check my notes.
The bottle can be comforting.
Oh yeah. What else? Watch this. I'm gonna tell her.
That option's not always available.
Oh my goodness, she actually responded to that. I told her sex relaxes me. I mean, if she wants it, what else could relax me?
No, sorry.
Okay, she's pissed off because I told her that. Do you have access to sleeping pills?
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they?
I haven't.
It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
Yeah, but I remember she told me that she runs the asylum. I mean the hospital. She says like the doctors don't do much.
Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. It must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Listening to you, Looney Tunes? Kinda. No, it's kinda interesting.
Maybe
though.
you're just tired then. You should get some rest. Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Everybody's nice to you. What do you mean a place like this?
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
And you're one of them.
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
Are your patients allowed to talk to you about other patients in their sessions in real life? She mentioned there was a pattern in the referral letters. Let's see.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red rum in anything.
Red rum. Do you still think?
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Okay.
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Wait, so she turned into Dekker? Well, supposedly? I can stop you. Did you ever refer a letter to see?
I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
Why did Dekker need her to forge his signature? Ooh, because he was drunk, maybe. That's not what he's supposed to ask.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
Ha! Likely excuse. Dude.
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Really?
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
She visited?
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
From where? From the void?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days.
That's the lady that annoys
I
you,
hope
right?
there's nothing wrong with her.
Uh-oh, maybe she did something to her. What's a red drum?
It's murder, spelt backwards, you know? The Shining. All work and no play makes Dr. Dekker a dull boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's a bit like an anagram.
Ah, an anagram, like when you write a word and you have to decipher it because it means something else. Gotcha. I like using the hints to go back on the patients, then I can like knock out 2 at a time. I can stop you from shifting.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor?
No.
Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
So she doesn't want to lose her powers? And what do you mean? Are you pretending to care?
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
Well, let's hope so.
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Sounds like Annabelle. What happened to Hilda's daughter?
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter.
I bet.
Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know.
Or else what? You're gonna keep it?
Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
Do I? That's the question out of the blue.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Oh, she never met Nathan. Uh-oh.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something. The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor!
Oh, that
Sorry.
scared me. What?
But I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. You said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
That's weird. That came out of nowhere, yo. That scared me. Referral letter 1, 2, and 3. Hackett and Brown. Dear Doctor, I refer client to you to the clinic for evaluation. Claire Castleford, she is being charged with the murder of her husband and we require a diagnosis as to whether she was of sound mind and had the means were required for the crime. There are two misspelled words. Sincerely and Mrs. is spelled with an extra S. Solicitor, Hackett and Brown. I guess it says means required. And maybe this is an anagram and that needs to be let me see, MENSREAR. Huh, there's a pattern right there. What's the second letter say? This is chart token, and bar. We believe that our client who has only given us her first name, Ariana, is mentally unstable and would like your expert opinion on this matter. We are happy to cover all your costs and look forward to receiving your report forthwith. G. Chart Solicitor, Rollins House. So that's also Rollins House, right? Is this one also? No, that's somewhere else. Letter 3. Solicitor. For the attention of Dr. Dekker and for yet another client. For today for the further psychiatric evaluation. It is my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under the guidelines set out with the McNaughton rules. It doesn't give me a patient here. But it says him, so it's either Nathan or Bryce. It's either, because those are the only two male patients. That's weird, yeah. That it's weird. There's something strange about the solicitor's name. Hackett Brown, chart token, and lawcat Rowenbeck. All work and no play makes Dr. All work. What's going on? Makes Doctor. Wait. What is Jaya talking about? I should have come back later once I have the referral letters. And then he says some other patients. This is weird. Let's ask Jaya. Maybe she knows the anagram. Why did Doctor make sure?
He just wanted to feel safe, I guess. Once you get a prescription pad, it's your fault if it falls into the wrong hands. I suppose it does sound a bit overcautious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
What? Yeah, where did the cat come from?
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it.
And so that's the girl's
Doctor,
name?
I'm worried.
What are you worried?
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats.
Maybe dog is next. No, I'm joking.
I'm worried he might add
Human.
little girls to his list.
Uh-oh.
I can't stop him.
Maybe it's her, like she's kind of possessed or thinks she's David for a moment. What upset did I cause?
Do you think I'm a good person, Doctor?
Not really. But let me tell her that.
I hope so. I'm trying to be. I really am.
To me, so far, it could be any of these people. To be honest, every time I think I'm close to figuring out who is the killer, like another one raises like a red flag, makes me suspicious of them even more.
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that
What are you...
I need to put David out of his misery.
Again?
That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again.
That's what I was gonna say. Again?
What shall I do, Doctor?
I mean...
Should I kill David?
If this is Pet Cemetery, like, then, why not?
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
To everybody, really. Is Mariana...
I don't think I know her. Bryce. I'm not sure who that is.
Who else? Claire, Bryce, Scarlett. Is this the lady? Oh, okay, that was her. Glenn. He has to be new. Maybe if I just go through all the patients.
Sorry, can't help you.
Okay, so you don't know her.
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep. If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
Oh, and see, his drink was, his bottle was spiked, and someone put sleeping pills there, so maybe she can be the killer. She never even saw him drink. And again, she could be lying.
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
What? So that never happened?
Then Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that. Oh yes, here.
Uh-oh. Evidence added. David.
From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
I'm scared to look at it. Okay, he looks normal. I thought he was gonna be like a zombie or something. All the names in the furrows use the same letters. What's that called again? Anagram.
I spotted that. All the solicitors' names are anagrams of each other. But why would someone need so many aliases to refer patients? I got a bit weirded out thinking it might be connected to Dr. Dekker's murder, so I just stopped thinking. Don't get me started.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
Why did Dekker talk David as he was a pet?
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat.
Like a dog.
It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
When she first said pleasing, we all know what we thought. What sort of condition was Doctor interested
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't. But curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
in? Oh, come on. How was Doctor...
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only... Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but... Interesting. But
I'm probably asking it the wrong way.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
So I told them I can stop their powers, like I told Eileen. She doesn't want to stop shifting. Claire doesn't want to stop reanimating people.
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
A new skill?
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I'd teleported.
Oh man, his powers are getting under control. He's evolving. He's leveling up.
My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
Another one that didn't take him. Why weird and creepy?
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
Yeah. Tell her the truth.
Yes, you're right. I should tell her what I've done. Or at least let her have the photos. I don't think she's going to be very pleased. But I should be honest.
I gotta make these people better.
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
What have you been doing?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it. It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them?
No, man. What's wrong with you?
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
You better. Or else I'm gonna throw you in jail. I'm gonna do an anonymous tip. Did you ever see Dr. Dekker?
I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop.
Oh, another one.
Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
And maybe you spied on him?
pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
I don't know, but you're paranoid, brother. Let's get a hint. Why is it time to...
You amuse me, Doctor. Here we are in our 4th session, and you're telling me to commit murder? It took Dr. Dekker a lot longer than that.
I didn't tell you.
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
No, I don't think it is.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
Enough to want to kill somebody or what? Tell me.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it.
See?
But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
This guy's lost it too. Let's see, what else are you hiding, Claire? What does she need?
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor? The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy. I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all.
Right, I did that.
So
Asked
I
her.
gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
Right, but why? Why is she saying that?
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
Yeah, do it.
Blink, and you'll miss it. Told you.
The heck? You look like a chicken. You said before you feel like you're unraveling.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Maybe you are.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition. No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Really?
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
Who's the GP? Like a general practitioner or something like that? She could distract herself with dating.
I don't want anybody else. I reanimated my cheating husband so we could be together. Isn't that a big enough sign?
Yeah, if that ain't love, I don't know what is.
Scarlett, I haven't been in since he died. since Dr. Dekker died.
Wait, I saw her once.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about. His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups.
Wait,
That was in the beginning.
she could see his dreams?
I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
He said she started out with the normal passive-aggressive guilt trips and then escalated into bricks through windows and cutting brake cables. Well, he got a restraining order after that and never wanted to see her again. When I visited her in hospital on his behalf, do you know what her story was? She told me he was never adopted. He was just very ungrateful and clearly, using her own words, had lost his mind. I say never get involved in family feuds, especially if they're not your family.
True. What creatures were in what?
Fluid. Soft. Intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked. But they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Oh, she's crazy too.
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
He was going mad.
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
What was the painting like?
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
How did she jump into his dreams? How would she do that?
It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Can she really do that?
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
What, relationship issues? I wonder what the spider in the painting means to him.
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like, I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly. There's no fly in the painting. I think that's what I like about it. The spider has been so intent on spinning its web that it hasn't noticed there'll be nothing to eat.
I thought there was a fly.
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements.
Was she talking about friends?
It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
So is it her or is it the people that don't want to be your friends?
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
That's from Ghostbusters, the movie. I should keep talking to Claire, then check my notes. I should tell Bryce Iris denies being locked in the basement. Anushka?
How extraordinary. So the girl in the basement was somebody that Claire knows, and she's adamant that I didn't rescue her.
Yeah.
I really wish I'd taken photos now.
That could have actually solved that issue for once. Why do other people's dreams affect your relationship?
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Refuse to dreamwalk, be honest. Accept they're just dreams. Let's ask her, was she dating?
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was.
Man, Dr. Dekker was dating everybody, all his patients.
Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Or maybe Mariana. Alright guys, anyway, I'm going to end it right here. We're getting close. I know that for a fact this game only has 5 acts. We're on Act 4, Dreams, which is maybe why we got this lady. But then again, everybody's telling me about their dreams. Mariana's telling me she has this weird reoccurring dream. We are just interviewing this lady, or maybe this is the second time I've had her as a patient. But yeah, we'll get close. Might even solve this case of who killed him next playthrough. All right, thanks for watching.